Hi guys, welcome to part 2 of the signal box build. Sorry it's been a while, work and other commitments have taken priority just lately, but as promised, here's the second part. What we're looking at today is fitting the windows. This is step 1 on the instruction guide. It's just fitting these windows all over the box, also the doors either end. Okay, for this all you're going to need is a good chopping mat, some form of super glue. I'll cover it up so that you can't see what make it is, and a good steel ruler. Here's a little 6-inch one that I picked up a few years back. It's absolutely brilliant. I've got this and a 12-inch and also a 3-foot steel ruler, and they're ideal. Okay, so I've already pre-cut these out, and what I want to do with these is, using my super glue, just run a dab of glue around the three edges, just a little bit around the edge. Okay, and then what I found best to do with this is to turn it over and then come in from the back, just drop it into the slot, flip it into the hole, and using the end of my scalpel, just push it in, sit it home, and make sure it's on a flat surface, and flip it over and just adjust it to the corners that you need it adjusted on. Okay. And there we go, simple as that. Windows in. Now, some people would want to paint these first, and they'll paint all the parts first. It's personal preference again. I've just decided that I'm going to put the kit together first. And for the livery on this signal box, as it says, as you saw in the first instalment, it's an linear one. So it's going to have the white around the window frames, green for the main struts and spars, and also the panelling on the doors is going to be green. I think for the main body colour though, I'm going to leave it as it's come out of the factory. It's a nice off-white creamy colour, and this, where the laser's burnt it, gives it a nice weathered look. So I'm not going to go overly over the top on the paint. The green will probably just be dry brushed on, just to give it that look there. Apart from that, it's not going to be a brand new one. It's at the side of a steam railway. It's going to be getting covered in soot and coal ash and dirt. So, you know, it'll never stay absolutely perfect for too long. Anyway, we'll get on. We'll fit the last of these windows, and then we'll move into cutting out and fitting the side windows. And there we have it, all windows in the front of the box. And yeah, I'm quite happy with that finish. They're all quite flush and sitting quite well and nicely in there. And then once it's been painted, it's got the glass behind it, which I'll just use plastic off the front of kids' toy boxes. Toys come in. I save all that sort of stuff. It's ideal for making windows. It's nice, it's clear, it's thin. It's quite workable, it's easy to cut with a knife. Okay, so go for the easy end first. I'll go for the end without the door. Okay, so for this, we're going to bring back our trusty steel rule and scalpel. Again, just on the safety there, be careful when you're operating or working with knives and bits and pieces, especially if you've got one of these. This is a proper surgical scalpel blade. I managed to pick this up, and quite a few blades, which is really good. Yeah, blades are disposable. Take them off, bit of tape around them, and you throw them away, just in case the bin men or something gets into the bin. But yeah, make sure you've got a decent knife for this. So it's a fibre board, so it is quite tough. At the same time, it is quite delicate. Okay, so for this end, we're going to be using the larger windows here. And the first one you want to cut out is this one here. There's two options with this. You can put the window into the frame, or you can have it partially open. I'm thinking I might go for partially open on this. And a couple of reasons. It's a little bit different, and it's also going to allow people to see it a little bit better. See the interior detail that we put on last week when we built up the inside. Again, cutting away from myself to ensure that if I do slip, I'm going to go into the fibreboard and not into my fingers. Once that could be a trip to A&E to get it stitched back together, especially with this knife. Okay, just have a look at the side. The best thing you can do is fingernail along it, and you'll be able to feel if there's any little bits there that are going to catch. And there's nothing on that, so we're good to go. Okay, so if we get our instructions here, what we can see is the sheet or the window side with the frames in it goes towards the front of the box. Okay, so we'll get that in. Again, same method as before. Glue down the edges. Glue along the top. Glue along the top there. This one's slightly bigger, so I can actually get slightly more purchase on it, so I'm going to get glue all around. And the other reason for that is this here is actually quite thin, so it's going to help to hold it in at all angles. This time I'm coming in from the front. Clean that excess away, and there we go. And window in. And of course you've got little top light windows there. These are fiddly. Again, there's still a little bit there. So hold it there. Just run the knife along the edge. Again, cutting away from myself, so that if I do slip, I'm not going to cut myself, and you're not going to get a good sort of like show of my blood on your screens there. Okay, so for this one I might do things a little bit different. I'm going to try and put the glue on the inside of the frame first, just due to the size, and then push it into the glue. The kit did say use a suitable wood glue for this. As I explained last week, I use this super glue for everything. It's a multi-purpose. It'll glue everything together, and that's probably what you want in modelling, is a good multi-purpose glue. Unless you're doing windows, of course, and then it'll cloud them up. But good multi-purpose glue. It'll serve you a good few months, depending on how much you're modelling. There you go. Top window is in. It's starting to look pretty good. Not too worried about these little glue marks. I say it's going to get painted over, and that will help show those a little bit better. Okay, so we'll cut the other window out now. Again, trusty steel rule comes out. A couple of reasons. This gives you a nice straight cut, and also helps prevent you slipping and cutting into the work that you're doing. getting away from me. And that's that out. So now we can have a look. And yep, as I suspected, it goes over the top. It's a top of the window. So I think for this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move that over to there slightly, and have it slightly open. Again, there's personal preference how you want to do it. I'm not entirely sure yet. Push that in a bit more. Actually, I think we're going to go for that. Go for it closed. Push it on slightly. So this one, you just want glue around the top, connecting edge, and the bottom edge. Because it's actually glued on, you can put a bit on the insides as well, just to connect it to that piece that's already gone in. So we'll stick that back in there like that. And there we go. And the nose are done. And once it's together, you're going to end up with, is it looking like that? That's looking pretty good. And the instructions do say, you know, they do recommend that you put the windows in after it's built and painted. Yeah, one to give you crisper lines. I'm pretty confident with a paintbrush, so I'll be able to pick those bits out quite well. As you can see, there is a slight gap there, so you are going to have nice crisp lines anyway. But overall, I'm quite happy with it. Excuse me if I keep going off camera a bit. I'm trying out a new bit of equipment, a new camera holder with a light attachment on it. So I just got to get used to it. It's the first video I've done using this. And that's that. Okay. So there's two more sides to do, the door side and the back. And we'll go through and we'll do those. I'll show you the finished products next week or next time. Just to show you this, now it's all dried, the signal box interior. We've got the new shelf in there. Used a couple of offcuts of brass to make the new shelf brackets and the shelf legs. And again, a good old coffee stir has come back for our shelf. That's been stained and varnished. Same with the floorboards, they're made out of coffee stirrers, now all been stained and varnished. Just to give it that nice period look. And we've got all our levers. The only thing I'm missing there is a couple of yellow levers, but they'll be easy enough to pick out. I'm not quite sure what all the levers are. I believe there's locking, spare, points and signals, and also distance name. We'll probably do a video on that next time or something later on. Different head codes. I know Hattons have just done that on their YouTube channel. So we'll go and have a look at the signal levers, see what they do. But yeah, that's coming on. And once it's in the box, it's got all the detail on the back wall, and I've fitted the light to it. It'll start to look the business again. Anyway, until next time, take care, stay safe in these hard times, and if I don't come back on before, have a good Christmas, and we'll see you in the new year. Thank you very much, and if you haven't already, give us a like, give us a subscribe. It is free to do. It helps us out as a channel and a group, and all we're trying to do is just get it out there and show you a little bit of what we're doing, and show that, you know, as clubs we are still going, we are still doing bits and pieces, albeit in a limited capacity. Some of us at home on nothing but a small table and a small chopping board. Anything's possible, you know. All you need is a couple of tools, and you're away. Yeah, thanks guys, stay safe.